চব জানে চব কৰিব দিয়ে চবকে অৰ্ডাৰ দি থাকে এনেকৈ এটা উস্তাদি মানুহ আছে ফটো তোলা মোক কৈছে মই কয় না কান্দি আছে ৰ'ব সেইটো তোলা
মোৰ ষ্টাইলটো কেনেকৈ ডেভেলপ কৰে এণ্ড আই এম জাষ্ট লুকিং এট হাৰ girl I even don't have a style it keeps changing I am a person
noise basically noise আহো ন হেতু তুলিলেই noise আহি যায়
oh wow lovely
so like মানে inbuilt মানে ফোনটো যিমানে ভাল মেগাপিক্সেল নিদিয়ক কিয় লাইক যিমানে ভাল নহওক কিয় a phone will never be a camera
when I read history about the photographic image right it's mostly like mane freezing like a piece of time
me first time look at the camera
more about each other's work and we should be able to like mane reach out and talk to each other
or record button dibisila na
okay so my name is Anubhav Tomar
and my name is Leen
we are at Voice Your Voice by Artlab and this is a podcast on
photography I guess
yeah acha Leen so we have a list of topics given to us by the Artlab community
yes
our team specifically and let's just start into it fine take a say tumi kwa you've shot a lot of like fashion content in Guwahati right
yeah
tell me about your experience first and I'll go with mine because my experience is all over the place
ado Ohome English ki
absolutely anything fine right yeah
the interaction of fashion and environmental portraiture so like ami ji photo tulu
yeah
environment or ji heri hoy na right
yeah
everything is like I mean jot photo tulu tate bhal ahibo lage ba kunubai koy bhal nahe yate photo bhal nahibo mane reki koribo jay reki is important but how can you create a good picture in that fucking location it's how it matters so for me it doesn't make any sense karon I try to create good pictures anywhere so nahe eto belek kotha but I try to do it
yeah I mean you have a great portfolio I guess I mean yeah it also depends a lot on like the place itself right like when for my practice I've barely done fashion work for some time now as of today what's the date today 12th of May right yeah 12th of May whatever it is so as of like when the last year or so I've not done a lot of fashion content and I think it's like it takes phases at first I was like very interested in like seeing how Guwahati interacts with like the idea of textile and fashion and texture because let's be honest like there is this identity of Guwahati where people think that gusi goi ase but enuka eku na Guwahati identity khoda change hoi thakisile so I was thinking the fashion and environmental portraiture when you look into people who are doing history and archiving work and it's like so interesting by seeing their clothes right into seeing how they express themselves and everything and even between the two of us we are like same colors but everything but it's like it represents the city as of the whole yeah who we are
same, it's black and white
the photographer uniform black and white but yeah it's interesting that how you see a country or see a city through their people right tahator kapur loi pele tahator thought pattern bole pele with that kapur itself and we live in a fucking humidous place so it like informs a lot of our like fashion and also keneke photo bo tula goisile I've seen you work a lot with like the river and all right
yes
yeah do you want to talk about it because I've seen you work with fashion by the river and the river is like a main element in a lot of your work
moi eta notice korse I have a lot of river in my feed
yeah
river I mean, and agote mur secrets boot thakisile
secrets
Smoke,
okay so like secrets okay
so I try to play around with cigarettes but gompon asilo river thake now you have told moi eta notice korso river boot thake
yeah
ekosuri location na thake kotulu by the river
yeah
mane Brahmaputra Guwahatit iman heavy presence eta ase no so and it's so mighty it's not like a river
yeah it's almost like a sea when I was a kid I used to think of it like hagor to enuka hoy niki acha hagor enuka then I went to Puri and I was like no hagor bene hagor is not like this but yeah please go ahead sorry
so like jitia eku location na thake first thought Brahmaputra Balisore hai karon sorry I thought I'm a singer.
I mean, live out your bathroom dreams, man.
Yeah. So like jitia dekha pao je Balisore bahut bhal location eta ase tar sobote so everything goes with the Balisore and everything so jitia ko location na thake my first thought Brahmaputra ghatot jao tulu jitia thandar din hoy it's like a pura dhunia beach.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like
yeah,
I just try to play around whatever
Environmental
lessons,
portraiture.
environmental portraiture. Yes, exactly.
Nice. Yeah. I've also realized in a lot of our work as well, যে মানে it's mostly like মানে pretty simple. It's not like a huge set, right?
Yes.
We work solos, we work with like minimal assistance, minimal equipment, and again you wouldn't want to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere with like kilos and kilos of camera
Yes.
gear, right? So you want to travel light. So has it affected your work in any ways when just being simple in like your equipment and everything else?
I'm a very minimalist guy. So মোৰ বেগত অকল এটা কেমেৰা থাকে আৰু যদি মই ফ্লেছ লওঁ হ'লেও অকল জাষ্ট ফ্লেছটো থাকে, নাথিং এলছ. মই লাইট চাইট মোৰ ঘৰত আছে, কিছুমান বেয়া হৈছে, কোনোবাই ক'ৰবাত লৈ গৈছে, মোৰ খবৰে নাই. চ' জাষ্ট মাই কেমেৰা এণ্ড মি ইন দ্য নেচাৰেল লাইট, কাৰণ ডেটছ যেতিয়া লগত কোনো নাথাকে শ্বুট কৰোঁতে. এণ্ড আই ডোণ্ট বিলিভ ইন টিম ৱৰ্ক ইন আ ফটোশ্বুট apart from the styling and everything.
Yeah, okay.
Then ki hoy if I take my assistant and jita konoba logot konoba thake to too many ideas goe photo khon enekwa lage je bahut down project eta hoy, but eto kheli meli hoy thake ke when there is just one mind in a single picture, it's very good and very simple and yet bostu to bhalke ahe.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, even with my case as well, I unfortunately don't travel with a single camera. Because more primarily I don't shoot digital anymore. I just shoot analog. So the client work thakile digital shoot korbo noar, mane analog shoot korbo noar, so I have the other camera as well. But I've realized this thing as well, like my work process has slowed down so much. Agota it was like so fast, right? I used to like try to it's not, I don't want to use the word trend, but beleg word aha na itia. But like it's just the current, like the flow, right? You have projects. You have like this, that, like
very hectic chaos.
Yeah, very hectic chaos. And for the longest time, more the simplicity always like was offered from a different medium, because I grew up shooting just film. I shot digital. It has been less than 10 years. The digital camera, my first digital camera, it was like a Nikon camera ta. And I went hog wild with it because I was like, 36 ta photo rakhibo nalage ebar. I have like 1,000 photos on my SD card. Lovely. So I was just like, hold on the burst button. But anyways, yeah, I feel the same way actually. Like my practice has become much more simplified. But my equipment has become a little bit larger. Now I travel with a digital camera, a Polaroid, a medium format camera, a 35mm SLR which I borrow from friends. So 4 cameras and all. But yeah, I get it. I get what you're meaning to say. Like the thought process has become streamlined for you.
Very straight.
And for me, it has always been that way. But just like equipment bur bari goise.
Your passion for gears.
Not exactly. More passion is not the right word. So I'm very interested in like the analog and like the film prospect of it, because আমি আজিকালি ফটো প্ৰিণ্ট নকৰোঁ. মই মোৰ নিজৰ যিমান কেইটা ফটো তুলিছিলোঁ, film photos I've always had the tangible aspect to it. I could touch it, I could like see it. A photo was a print, a negative, right? I could see these things in my hand.
What
I've created. And I've realized I'm a very tactile person. I think with my hands. That sounds wrong, but anyways. So when I switched over digital, for the first 4 years, I just shot willy-nilly. Projects ahi ase, kiba hoi ase, kiba kibi kori aso. Then like just around the 5 to 6 year marker, I was like, I don't have any prints. And the thing is, because I don't have any prints, I don't remember. There is this thing that I have noticed in like larger discourse of like photography, specifically in the region as well. A lot of kids are getting back into analog photography. Now I walk anywhere and people are like filmot photo tuli. But I'm like, and I'm like, ba paisa ase re tumalokor bhale spend it, good. But anyways, I have now it's not exactly a gear, it's like the story, right? The camera that I use, all of the cameras are all hand-me-downs. More Bordetar, he has a medium format camera which I repaired throughout the pandemic, and that camera has gone through Nepal, through Kashmir, through Bhutan, through China, through Bangladesh, through Sri Lanka, through a lot of countries. That camera has seen much more life than I ever will.
The camera has traveled and a history to it.
Exactly. And I'm like, when I read history about the photographic image, right, it's mostly like freezing like a piece of time. So the camera itself has also become that part as well. Like gear, yeah, it's amazing to shoot on medium format, bodhiya lage. It's also a much more like you're part of something bigger. Like there is almost like a century of history
to it
of
when
photography,
you're touching it.
and like I'm like literally holding it. And of course that feeling also comes with my digital cameras as well, but it's a little bit more prominent when I'm like eta photo eta shot pam aro I have just 11 photos left in my roll. So I have to make 11 photos count every single time. Not every single time, but yeah, every single time. But yeah,
what is your like so what ke bhal camera ki hai at this moment according to you?
do you want just technical specifications?
Everything overall.
Emotionally, my medium format camera, I am very attached to that piece of gear. Surprisingly as well, that's also the most technically sound camera, because 33 megapixel ka photo, the digital photo, it's 33 megapixels. AI upscaling as you can go to a larger one, but it's not adding more detail, right? But the medium format camera, I have done this. So drum scanning bullet I just recently got to know this about a year ago. You take a negative, there is like this rotating drum and then you space, it's basically attached to it. A single negative can make a digital image of almost 1 gigabyte of size. Tomar 500 megabytes megapixels image eta hoy. Bhabisa kiman detail ase. And that's like technically the best camera I own, but I mean, yeah, it's a tool for a job, right? So if I'm shooting a campaign, if the client wants like something that has a lot of emotion inbuilt into the image itself, then I always reach out for my film cameras and digital for everything else, because again, the money aspect is very very difficult basically. Yeah, but but yeah, tomar question, what do you use? What is like what is your preferred method of creating right now?
Just a simple camera, holy hole.
Oh, lovely. Anything works.
Anything works for me.
A phone, a camera, anything, right?
Anything. Except phone.
Why? Why?
Phone not like it to feel to nahe. How phone to jimane bhal megapixel nidiok kyo, like jimane bhal no kyo, a phone will never be a camera. A phone will just be a phone with a camera.
Yeah,
but
I definitely
phone will never be the camera.
Yeah.
So like jimane bhal camera integrate no kyo phone or logot jodi koi dia camera market to khai dibo camera no hoy jabo, it can never be happen.
Yeah.
So like my best camera will be like any camera, but not a phone.
Not
like
a phone.
Phone is a very good camera. iPhone or junto camera quality it's is the best. Like Samsung or bhalo hai, but iPhone or a beleg aesthetic.
It's consistent. It's very consistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
iPhone or a beleg aesthetic ase, Samsung or a beleg aesthetic ase, and junto camera hoy hedur beleg eta art eta.
Art eta, definitely. I fully relate to it.
You can create art with a phone camera.
Yeah,
I've started photography with phone.
Yeah.
But I ended up with a camera, right?
Yeah.
So like the camera is a heavyweight than a phone.
It's like writing, you can type on it, but when you start using a pen immediately your brain gets activated. Like it's very tactile. Like you paper to swar lage the thing kicks into gear. Like it's like hey, 400 years of printing process and everything, your genetics kick in. Say, oh, I will write, I will think it. Yeah, ekdam pura puri. Likha arambo is yeah, for sure. I completely understand that way. But yeah. You go soon. Let me. Okay, we'll go to
finding beauty in simplicity.
No.
Beauty in simplicity.
Where do ideas begin? Because I am very interested. Because I don't know a lot about. I know about your style, but I don't know where it comes from.
I don't know my own style.
Man, you have a style. Please.
I have no idea about my style.
Take me through your thinking process. Let's say you have a shoot 2 days from now. So, and you are a complete blank slate. You have a stylist locked in, you have a place locked in. Let's go to Balisor only, because you are comfortable there. You have a place locked in, you have a time locked in. Let's say golden hour, ekdam cliched hoye ase eta, but thik ase. Now you tell me how you develop an aesthetic for the shoot.
Honest.
Yeah.
Like nizor shoot, huh? It's not a
nizor shoot. Yeah.
Okay. So commercial shoot, I'm very planned.
Yeah. Ekdam, it's you. I'm talking about you, how you would plan one. Or how you develop one to plan around?
I don't plan at all.
Oh wow, nice.
So jodi plan kor agote starting out boot plan korsu ena tulim tenoka tulim last to eku no hoye.
Okay.
So like ki hoy light to enaka thakibo borkhun di diye. Then ki hoy I just go to the place G environment soli ase. Hetur logot I just try to create something. Mane it has to be just very simple. No idea, no planning. Just my camera model in the front. Ji ulai hetu dolim.
So we go back to the first point, Titya environmental portraiture.
Yes.
So a lot of your practice is dictated by zontu jaga tumi select kora. Titya first thought.
Yes.
Does it differ a lot between the thought process if it's a urban or a mane rural shoot or rural mane out in the woods aro like mane tumi keneke decide kora je urban ate thakiba ba নহলে because I've seen you work in a lot of urban settings, right?
Okay.
And mane I've seen a couple of photos of yours at Udeshna, the staircase, the big prakanda staircase eta ase nohoy. So I want to like know je mane how do you decide between like you want to stay in the city or out the city? How do you go on outfit to styling or
kotha jodi the model is wearing a very Gen Z ba very cool outfits hetu gaor poribekhot nimilibo. So you have to do that in a very
or you can experiment next time you can go to a rural place with like a Birkin bag and everything ekdom pura
thought about it but planning nohoy teneke jodi ma bhabu kali jam boli shoot korim boli he kali tu kita ahi na pae jodi am very impulsive মই কাক ফোন কৰি কওঁ কালি ফ্ৰী আছো মই ৰেবেকাকে ফোন কৰি কলি ফ্ৰী আছো shoot কৰিম এই একদিন আউট কলে কেনে so like যদি প্ল্যান কৰি shoot কৰি never happens. I'm not a planning guy. I'm just do it.
I am so opposite, man.
How are you?
I again we'll take Rebecca because she's in the room. I planned like months in advance. So I just told you when we were sitting outside, for the last 1 week I have written my literal own, I don't want to use the word AI, but it's a transformer model and it is running through the last 15 years of my photos. And I have been planning that project since like a year. She has also been a part of it. The first test run was like the first video that I did. So, koribo pari. I have never sent it to you, the finished file. Please remind me again. I'll send it to you. So, yeah, I'm so interested because everything that I do, it has like it has slowed down, right? Now I do like 3-4 projects a year. And I spend like 3-4 months on that project. But matha to ghola hoye jay by the time I actually end up on the set. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm a control freak. I like to keep everything on set. So I know who my stylist is. I know their last, whatever they've done for the last 3 projects they have done. I know my models, what they've done for the last 5-6 months. Their look, their positioning and everything. It's so different, right?
Yeah, totally opposite,
exactly. Because I cannot fathom how you can just walk into a place and be like, "Aaj hi shoot karega." Mera to nahi hoega yaar ye sab. Like ho sakta hai. I'll never say never, but still. But it's so interesting to know that matlab even if it's like a
both totally work totally different.
Definitely, man. It's so different. Pani khai lo.
So I want to know ideas keneke hai tumar.
More. Again, I sit on it for like, okay, I'll give you a quick insight into how I create, right? I have a mental breakdown. I start with a full oh shit, I need to make something. I have not done anything for some time. Then I realize that a lot of projects is happening. Then I have another project, mini mental breakdowns. Oh shit, I have not completed a lot of projects as well. So 2 mental breakdowns are necessary. Then I like calm myself and I'm like, okay, fine, let's see what I can do. And most of my inspiration comes from non-photography stuff. I read a lot. Okay. I have been reading, and that's a very weird sentence. My family are like librarians. We've had a lot of books throughout the years, right? Anything from manga to novels. Nobody in class 5 should read Fyodor Dostoevsky, but apparently I did. It's you're safe. Yes. It will straight send you to depression. Again, class 5 but I did, and I'm glad I did, but also sobare sthankal patra, right? So I didn't understand that a lot of times, and it comes from tumar the reading part. Recently I was telling you guys like apart from all these photos I've taken, I've barely put anything out because I think so much, right? And I've slowly started to like de-shed this, and that inspiration to more thinking ote thake, like it's like I consume a piece of material, whether it's a reel, it's a photo series, it's a zine, it's a book or magazine, whatever it is, and I start reading into what is the climate that it has been made out of, what is the context behind this, what is the intent, ki kobole bisarise. Let's say we'll take I'll not name names, but there is a very famous photographer right now in the fashion circuit in India. He's a homore hoy. Tar kambur sale you feel like it's straight out of a movie, right? And I keep meta thinking about his process. Like how do you plan these things, how do you do these things, and it's like very topical, it's like very, he's in the zeitgeist. Can we name other people, right? So okay, fine, I'll name it. His name is Farhan Hussain.
Okay.
He's from Assam only. I don't know from where he is right now from Assam, but he's from Assam. And when you look at his work, no, it's like you see him, like you see his identity, but you also see everything that surrounds it.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking that tar process to ki hoy, he kinake bhabe, he etu position kenake choose korise, lighting to ki hoise, and that is literally, then I have a mental breakdown. The second mental breakdown.
Society mental breakdown.
Because I think a lot. I'm always in my head, and I don't recommend
You're more
it a
like
lot.
Intellectual kind of photographer.
I mean, I don't have a single
precise.
detail ko but I don't have a single functioning neuron in my brain. So intellectual bully word to use no kodo. But yeah, you're almost you're right there bahut bhabbe chinti pela koru. But it's I have a friend also, Ragini bully, right? So she's also very enukar honor she like think and then get it done. And I've learned so much from people who can like basically your practice and just help my practice as well. Like I just nowadays I try not to think. It's a work in progress. But it's still a work in progress. So, yeah. Thank you for asking. Such a nice question, man.
Jitya more photography bully kore na. I think the environment or the like background is a canvas and I paint the model.
Oh, nice. So that's a very nice way to put it actually.
Eko na bhabu shoot kora agote juntu smoothly ahe na I just do it tenege. So I don't think much before a photo shoot, but if you want, you'll love my work.
Yeah, I do like your work. Definitely. Yeah.
So like এনেকুৱা নহয় যে একো ভাল প্লেন কৰা নাই, but once I paint the
যোৱাৰ লগে লগে the ideas come through
এনেকৈ হৈ যায়.
This is something I also relate because again you cannot plan a photo shoot, right? Yes. You can plan a look and an end result, but you cannot plan the process through it. So even I am now realizing if I show up at a place, it's planned. I know what it's going to be, but I don't know what the body is going to be.
Yes.
বুজি পাইছা না বস্তুটো it's like it travels through itself and then becomes a series বস্তুটো. Yeah, that's no, we're more similar than we think again.
Most probably. যেতিয়া ক্লায়েণ্টে দেখায় যে কিছুমান কমাৰ্চিয়েল কামত ক্লায়েণ্টে এটা ৰেফাৰেঞ্চ দেখায় আৰু আউটকামটো মোক কয় সেইটো দুটা একে নহয় so like কিছুমান ক্লায়েণ্টে এক্সেক্টলি সেম বস্তুটোৱে লাগে ফটো ইটস আ ফটো শ্বুট ইউ কেনট ৰেপ্লিকেট দ্য এক্সেক্ট সেম থিং
and you should not as well.
I should not as well like নহয়ো ট্ৰাই কৰিলেও নহ'ব I cannot replicate my own work.
Yeah, definitely I can understand that part. Oh my god. I will go back to my previous work and I'm like itu ma reshoot karim kitya azile kama para nai. I don't even I've used the same camera and the lenses but I don't know we change as a person, right?
Yes, exactly.
And
amar agor pictures bur sai we have to cringe out.
Yeah, that is very important. You need to look at your old work and you'll be like ki bhabi ki asilo boy. That is I feel like that is growth. I've worked with a lot of like senior photographers. Even they say the same thing like kya kar rahe the hum log chote 20s mein kya tum log banao, but I will not do that shit mane tenu kar disida. But I realize that
I don't love my old works. There's only 1-2 pictures that I love the most. Eto code ki kene kaile na janu, so I use the very old camera. Second hand camera D7000 eta asile.
Oh, that's a good camera though.
Very old. It's
old camera but it's a good camera.
But it's a 10-year-old second hand camera.
Oh,
so it's juntu ami agot ajikali like heri ki boli koi grains no
noise basically
noise aho no hetu tulile noise ahi jay.
Oh wow, lovely.
So like inbuilt so poverty made me more creative. Wow, ki creative grains
limitations, right? I think there is
not poverty, sorry.
Not overcoming creative blocks. Like limitations is like helps you in overcoming creative blocks, right?
Jodi bostu na thake tia we try to create more ar keneke bostu to
exactly
itia mota bhutta bostu ase kintu I shoot very less than I used to do before.
Same, yeah. I more personal work karone I go to the medium format. It shoots 11 photos on a roll and it has like if I fuck it up I do not get a second chance. A limitation always helps me get over a creative block. Like I get to see it through like not as a block, it's like what am I not seeing it? No, like the gear sometimes prohibits you into like making something very cliched and then you end up thinking about like other ways and automatically more creative block gusi jay. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it actually.
So like both is a creative blockage hoise. It's like aha nai ki tulu. So like limit korida bostu khini
definitely
limit korar pisat what will you do with when you don't have it aru sobe shootot 10 ta 20 ta light use kore. It's not necessary. Like commercial work kane product eta dekhaba lage then it's necessary. Sopinobra light lage when you shoot a person every light is not necessary.
Yeah.
Like you can
Shadow
even,
is as important
yes,
as light.
exactly.
think The power of
alien-
light and shadow in shaping mood. I love our conversation. Automatically, yeah. Lovely.
So like yin yang suntu hai, the white
Yeah.
is there because of the black, the black is there
Absolutely.
because of the white.
I've fallen into the same trap earlier when I was like shooting because I didn't know how to use a shadow, right? And the moment I realized that I can divert a viewer's eyes through shadow, through the light. Like when I বুজি পালো যে হেকাৰণে গ্যাফৰ মানুহবিলাকৰ ইমান মানে like they know how to make a scene. A DOP, a director can set up the describe the scene, but light is what makes it, right?
Exactly.
And it is so true. Like at the end of the day, even if it's like an environment or like a model or whatever it is, we end up like shaping light to our needs. And that's like straight up wizard shit, man. Like light, Harry Potter.
So light is as much important
Then
as there is
as shadow, yeah.
light.
Yeah, definitely,
Exactly.
yeah. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, apparently.
So where do we go next?
I don't know, man. There's so many things to talk about. Do you want to speak on role of your personal style?
I don't know what my personal style is.
Man,
I have no idea. I just create and I just leave it and post it and forget about it.
I think we can also tomar photographic vision to, right? Like roba cramp lagise. Oh,
Fuck.
yeah. Back cramp lagise. Okay, the old age is hitting me, man.
Uncle?
Hi. Ank pati dila be. Nice.
Vision.
No, I want to talk to you about like your community, because I see you working with a lot of models or stylists, right? How do you go about building that? Because you've said it alaman agote that tumar nijor style to teneke nai, but from as a viewer to your style, I see a style. Okay. Now I'm realizing that you don't define it. It is defined through people that you work with, right? So tumar ete lekha jay you have a community that you work with, and tumar vision to teneke tumar shape hoise. Can you talk about a little bit about that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
tumar community logot tumi keneke tumar kaam khini ulwa?
I don't have a community.
You are lying.
No, I don't have a community, really.
You have a group of friends, no?
Friends?
That you work with.
Work friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I work with few models. Like agdinahone call koro shoot koribo lage. Next day I shoot koro. Does it affect your ki boli koy overall vision to jeneke tumi heri kora no, like মই কি vision দেখাব বিচাৰো?
Yeah.
একো দেখাব নিবিচাৰো.
It's just basically very spur of the moment, no? I am so fascinated by that. I am extremely fascinated by that. I'm like, I want to burrow into your brain and I want to see what happens, Vic.
Literally, my brain is always empty, always blank.
An orange cat. Nice.
Most probably. I love orange cat.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Basically, it's just that. Nothing else. I don't pressurize photography in my life.
You've told me this before as well. You kotha na pata photography report, right?
This is the first time I'm talking about photography to somebody.
I'm privileged. I'm honored that I am on the other side of the camera.
And we know each other from 7-8 years.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
This is the first time we are even talking.
Yeah, about photography.
About photography.
Yeah. I feel like, you're right actually. We should have spoken more, because I'm seeing a lot of my old self in your practice, and also like what I want to like incorporate in my current culture as well, like current work culture as well.
Okay. Wait, I want to how do we met?
I have no clue.
I think we've met through Annie Hazarika.
You that is you remembering it, because I have no clue.
Okay. So I just met you once with Annie Hazarika in a cafe in Uzamzar back in 2017-18.
Hey.
That's the first memory of you.
Okay, I will if it is you remembering it, definitely hoy goise tel mur ekho monot nai de hobo pare. Yeah. I used to frequent Tea Story a lot at a point.
Tea Story is a place of artists. I don't know why. Nodi khon.
That's you want to answer, it's the Nodi. Yeah, because everybody will be like photographing in the Purana Ghat tot, and they'll be like sa cup khabo lagisil. It's a correct chain asile. Tea Story, exactly. And then you oh my god, I shouldn't continue. So like but dizake zedeke rokhaisu no e matro.
It's all fine.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about one thing.
Yeah.
Can you name 3 good photographers from Guwahati?
why are you putting me at a spot?
Just, I'm making let's make it controversial. Podcast thita bari jao.
Ba are muk balika bakra banai asa no.
I'll say.
Oh acha hoy deke. Okay fine. I'm not going to name you kinto.
No, don't name me. I'm not.
Oh,
please. I don't know. Please go on with the name tree.
Okay. My Himan photographer Guwahati nazano actually now realizing. I know you. I know Ragini. I know who else do I know?
Conger.
I know Conger exactly. I know Conger. I know Biswadev, but he doesn't shoot anymore.
Even he doesn't shoot anymore.
Yeah.
Nishan Bora.
Oh, I know Nishant as well. Oh my God. More you realize what kiman din Guwahatit mane ahaja kori aso. Okay. In no particular order, I genuinely like Ragini's work because moi tar pra bahut hikibo parisu. I'm always like on the lookout to learn more. I like Ragini's work. I like there's a friend of mine. She's not exactly a photographer, but I've never seen her take a bad photo ever.
Okay,
her name is Rukshita Goswami.
Okay.
And she does crazy work on like I don't even know if she has a public profile.
Okay.
Rukshita, if you're listening to this, shout out, huh? So Rukshita. And the third is I think this is a tie and this is also like old people is going to be my how do I say this? Bordeta.
Okay.
And who passed away Baro sadly, and my dad, because I've seen their work and I'm like, how are you not guys photojournalists? You have traveled on a Norton bike that both of you have like fixed when you were in your 20s, and you have traveled through undivided Assam and you've taken photos. I go and look at these albums and I'm like, moi ki kori asu like what? Like yeah, okay, I know it's all over the place, but I think these four technically, but these four are like a lot of like where my current inspiration in Guwahati comes from. Tumar question, tumar ko.
I have moi nazan moi soboke keneke chini pa Guwahati. I have no idea about that.
Again, brother, all you hate to get thrown.
I don't know how do I know everybody in Assam or Guwahati. Most of the people. Chini pa rasta chene. Just chini pa.
Okay.
From different circles. So মোৰ বহুতটা circle আছে. I used to play cricket or a beleg fan circle আছে. Then football beleg circle আছে. মোৰ photography circle beleg আছে.
Oh lovely.
So like
man of the people.
বহুত beleg ke আছে. So photography Guwahatit বহুত photographers আছে. বহুত photographers আছে Guwahatit.
You would know better.
So মই আছো ইয়াতে I have seen everybody. বহুত photographers. There is only one guy who I love the most.
Okay, please share.
And that guy he stays in Bangalore I guess now. Okay. Nabarun J Gogoi bole.
Nabarun is in Switzerland. Yeah.
Bangalore asile mur last.
Yeah, Nabarun, yeah. If you are going worldwide, Nabarun is great. He's amazing.
Mur homor okol etai photographer bhal lage and that is he. I don't know why. Tar kam moi nasau denege but GTA sao no. It's like Italian. Kibara boot bhal lage.
You should try reaching out to him. He's a very he's a close friend of mine.
Ami maze kotha patu but I have never told him this thing.
Tell him he'll be very happy. He'll be like go to this. Yeah. So he'll go to the moon.
He's the only photographer that I look up to and the only person from Guwahati apart from you and few others.
Hey, no, nobody in this room. Nobody's room.
But apart from he and just one or two guy, everybody is like basic. Even I'm basic. Like nobody's trying to like change Guwahati industry of photography.
The look is a difficult the look, right? The look of a place, it's very difficult to like see changes in your own lifetime. I feel like photographers are maze when they see history no that lahak eta look eta develop hobo thore and tar pisot lahak eta city eta bone lahak eta visual language bone and then you like realize oh eneke there is like a culture there tenoka type.
Photography culture বহুত আছে বহুত photographer every other bilingual photographer থাকে
definitely
মই গমে পোৱা নাছিলো মোৰ next bilingual তিনটা মান photographer থাকে বুলি
বঢ়িয়া কমিউনিটি কৰিব পাৰি
এটা আৰু অসমৰ photography community নাই অসমৰ চিনটো এনেকুৱা হয় যে কোনো কাকো আগ বাঢ়িব নিদিয়ে সবকে ৰখাই দিয়ে সবকে sabotage কৰে ইয়াক নলবি হেৰি হয় যাতে নিজৰ কামটো আগবাঢ়ে অসমত হেতু কালচাৰ আছে বাহিৰৰ কালচাৰটো এনেকুৱা হয় যে সবকে হেল্প কৰে সবকে ৰেফাৰ কৰে তেনেকে
I'm a product of the secondary culture কাৰণ মই বাহিৰত কাম কৰোতে people took chances on me which I would not be very comfortable taking chances on another person.
Believe কৰে মানুহে
Yeah, they do believe in
আৰু গুৱাহাটীৰ এইটো বহুত টক্সিক হয় কোনো কাকো ভাল নাপায় চবে চবৰ লগত কম্পিট কৰি থাকে আৰু চবে চবকে চেবটেজ কৰে ইয়াক নলবি এইটো হয় এইটো নলবি সেইটো হয় লাইক মানে কেনেকৈ বুজাওঁ কালচাৰটো গ্ৰ' কৰিব লাগিব এণ্ড ফটোগ্ৰাফি ইজ নট এ কম্পিটিশ্যন এভৰিবডি ইজ আৰ্টিষ্ট চবে চবকে ল'ব লাগে চবে চবৰ লগত কাম কৰিব লাগে দেন ইণ্ডাষ্ট্ৰিটো আগবাঢ়িব মাই অনলি ভিজন ইজ গুৱাহাটী ইণ্ডাষ্ট্ৰিটো মুম্বাইৰ নিচিনা কেনেকৈ কৰোঁ লাইক নট অনলি
লফটি গ'ল
ভেৰি গুড গ'ল ভেৰি হাই ডেটছ মাই অনলি গ'ল মানে চবেই গুচি মুম্বাই যায় চবে ক'ৰবাত বেংগলোৰ যায় চবে চবতে গৈ থাকে বাট কোনো গুৱাহাটীত কিয় থাকিব নিবিচাৰে আহিব কিয় নিবিচাৰে So I cannot leave Guwahati because I love Guwahati and I have my dad alone here. I cannot leave him. So that's also a limitation. More limitation ahi goise.
Creative block kotu bhi
But Guwahati kenege agbadhao. I try my best. Okole jiban khini kobo paro and whoever is with me, just change the scene in Guwahati. Like work culture to anibo laiba Guwahati. Aru Guwahati কোনো কাকো পইচা দিব নোখোজে
Oh, we are going there, Nikki. Artalab, etu jodi episode viral নহয় ebilak koar pisor I do not know what else is going to go viral de.
This is the first time I'm speaking in a camera. I'm looking at the camera.
You are choosing hands, brother. You are fighting aji ekdom. Aji you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, Nikki, or like the right side of the bed only.
No, wrong side of the bed.
Got it. Love it. Talking about the money part, right? For the tumar how do you sustain yourself because I know you have a film and a wedding firm, right? You do weddings, right? Does it form like a sizable chunk of your income or like don't need to speak numbers how do you go about like doing these kinds of splits and stuff?
I never think about money at all. Money nazano
ahi jay
কাম কৰি থাকো আহি থাকে আহিব লাগা খিনিও নাহে কিটাবা but আহিব নালাগা তো আহি যায় so it's very fucked up scene about money in Guwahati economy Guwahatit kenege choli ase moi nazano. How
do you sustain your work titya hole?
I have another firm, digital marketing agency.
Man in lots of pies, dekho. Thik ase. So
let's not talk about that part. Mane ki I have few sources of income. So like that
diversify.
How can I integrate photography with different sources of income?
Is it extremely necessary as a stills photographer, as a stills person basically to have to basically make another or like different forms of income in Guwahati? Is it like like a unsaid rule niki je kono nokoy kintu everybody ends up doing that tumi teneko bhaba niki bostu
moi to become student I just build in business ase matha dagor.
Oh lovely. Okay,
so like ki hol business agor pra jitia lockdown asile photography বন্ধ হৈ গৈছিলে কোনো কাকো একো কামে নাছিলে কাৰো দেন মই পইচা ক'ৰ পৰা পাওঁ এতিয়া ঘৰৰ পৰাতো খুলিব নোৱাৰো দেন আই থট নেটফ্লিক্স বিছো
okay please go ahead.
Amazon Prime এইবিলাক এটা সোর্স আছে তাহাঁতি ইণ্ডিয়া বেলেগ ষ্টেটৰ পৰা কিছুমান সাৰ্ভিস প্ৰভাইডাৰ আছে সো তাহাঁতৰ পৰা মই কন্টেক্টটো মোৰ লগৰ এটা দিলে সি মোক কৈছিল মোৰ নেটফ্লিক্স ইণ্ডিয়াত বহুত দাম তিতা বহুত দাম আছিলে 300-400 এণ্ড আই ৱাজ জাষ্ট 20 or 19 at that time দেন কি হ'ল মই নেটফ্লিক্সটো কিনিলো তাৰ পৰা 100 টকাত কিনিলো চাগে for 1 month.
Okay,
HD full HD.
Okay,
then কি হ'ল okay
ইয়াৰ বাটাত বেট চলিছে
মোৰ লগত সব কলেজত আছে কাৰো পইচা নাই সবে নেটফ্লিক্স চাব বিচাৰে সবে নেটফ্লিক্স সবে চাব বিচাৰে তেতিয়া সোশ্যাল ষ্টেটাস এটা আৰু নেটফ্লিক্স তেতিয়া সবে ষ্টৰিত দি থাকে এতিয়া ইটস নৰ্মেলাইজ তেতিয়া কি হ'ল মই ষ্টৰিত দিলো সবে মোক একাউণ্ট সোধে একাউণ্টটো দে নাচাব লাগে দেন ষ্টৰিত দিয়াৰ পিছত যোনে মোক একাউণ্ট সোধে আৰু মই লিখিও দিছিলো কাক একাউণ্ট লাগে I use my social media as a source of income.
Love it.
কি হ'ল মই সাৰ্ভিস প্ৰভাইডাৰৰ পৰা 100 টকাত কিনো ইহঁতক মই 200 টকাত বেচো প্ৰফিট মাৰ্জিন 50 rupees sorry 100 rupees 100% then কি হ'ল
Ambani would be proud or they want to be you I guess 100% profit
ঘৰত থাকি সবে ঘৰত আছিল সবে কি কৰিব সবে নেট আছে মোবাইল আছে that peak was at peak
oh lovely
so like সবে Netflix কিনে মোৰ পৰা like and subscription মই নেটফ্লিক্সৰ সবকে দিছিলো I had around like 30 people যোনে মোৰ পৰা কিনি আছে so 3,000 to 4,000 তেনেকুৱা কিবা এটা মোৰ monthly আহি আছিল আৰু that was one Amazon Prime আছে Spotify আছে আৰু বহুত বস্তু আছে
I love everybody in the room is smiling to সবে আহি আছে to চাই ফেলাই উনি ফেলাই
so it's very creative যেটা limited বস্তু থাকে ন
creative vlogs
that's
creative vlogs man ekdom pura we're circling to compass we're like basically coming back to the same topics, is environmental portraiture, the environments, the stories that we grew up in, the creative blocks that we have to like navigate through limitations. It's lovely. I love talking like this.
Basically, life is a circle. Everything
Hey,
history repeats.
bhai.
Life is cycle. No. Oh no. Okay, no.
Not everything repeats.
Not everything repeats. So what's the next topic we're gonna talk about?
You choose.
I'm very bad at choosing. Defining good photography.
Oh my god. Please go ahead. I have thoughts.
Good photography.
I have thoughts. Say 2 part.
I have no thoughts.
Okay.
Any photograph that looks good is a good photography.
That is my thought. Literally. A couple of weeks back, a couple of months back, a junior of mine, she was asking me the more style to kind of develop kore. And I'm just looking at her. Girl, I even don't have a style. It keeps changing. I am a person. Exactly. Like, a good photograph, how do you define it? Is it technical brilliance? Is it well lit? Is it sharp? Is it what is it, right?
Okay.
When you do it with like just empirical data or empirical just like points of like comparison, tita tumar ki hoy, you end up shooting for the stars. You look up like insane photographers from the 60s 70s who shoot on film and have no light meters, no nothing, and they crank out like bangers ekdom. I don't know how they are able to do it, but still you look at the 90s fashion scene and you'll be like ebilak photo yoti filmot tuli asile. There is this one Dior ad eta, I think Dior hoy neki na pahori golo, where it's a Dior jewelry brand ad eta. It's all shot on film. Just imagine this. So it's dimly lit. Its colors are very saturated. There's like a grain ase. Noise is different. Grain is grain ase. And the model, she's wearing a bracelet and she's posing with it. But a dog is like biting into her like wrist. And it's shot on flash because you know that flasher is a harsh shadow ta pore na. And you look at it and you're like, it's technically not good because it's noisy. It's all upon out of focus, all upon blurry. But it's such a good photo because it sells whatever you're wanting to sell, right? It tells a story. Like this image goes hard AF and I feel like this is the exact example I used for my junior. Basically I told her a good photograph is one which kind of makes you want to question the story behind it, the intent behind it. Why do you like it? For me, I like dogs and I'm like, okay,
taste
fine. Taste.
Exactly. মই যোনটো ভাল পাওঁ তো বেলেগে বেয়া পাব পাৰে.
Yeah, definitely.
এটা লাইন আছিলে ন, লাইক বিউটি
lies in the eyes of the beholder. Yes.
So like ভাল ফটোগ্ৰাফি কাবাৰ কাৰণে হ'ব পাৰে একদম স্মুথ ফটো 1.2 এপাৰচাৰত ভেৰি শাৰ্প, মেবি কাবাৰ কাৰণে তো ভাল ফটোগ্ৰাফি হ'ব পাৰে, বাট ফৰ মি ইটছ ভেৰি গ্ৰেইনি, ভেৰি আৰ্টিষ্টিক, ভেৰি লো এফৰ্টছ ফটোগ্ৰাফি, and if it looks good, it's a good photograph to me.
Yeah, nothing if it makes else. You feel good as well. If it makes you like bhal kyo lagise, like you said bhal kyo lagise. This is also like very similar to how we grew up as, right? When we look back into our family albums, it's mostly photos like that. It's not technically brilliant no. It's like
very aesthetic.
There is like a story behind it. People are laughing, they're having fun. And I'm just now realizing a lot of our own practices, even though we have very different procedures or like methods of approach, we both come from the same inspiration pool, right? Like the family that we grew out of, the fact that everybody is comfortable in a frame, and it's not high effort but doesn't look high effort.
Yes, right? Very low effort, very like Messi or Ronaldo. Messi is a very...
Girl, I do not know about football.
Okay, football is an example.
No, I know Messi and Ronaldo, but please go ahead.
Ronaldo is a very hard-working person, and Messi doesn't work that hard, but doesn't work hard. But juno dekha jai, Ronaldo
effortlessly
good
cool.
Effort is Messi is effortlessly cool, and Ronaldo is very
driven.
But dutai are god of football.
Modern footballers are basically these two are the titans. No, exactly. Yeah.
So দুটাৰ exact same position আছে, but দুটাৰ style বেলেগ.
Oh wow, lovely. I don't want to call ourselves the goats of photography, but it's very different.
No. But the
methodology is similar. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I didn't know what to say. কিয় বা ক'লো তো কথা পাহৰি গ'লো.
About high effort and
low effort,
like yes. Very ease of use basically, right? So and then when we came from like similar pools of inspiration, family portraits basically.
Dream photography project.
Speaking of tumar family portraits, there is this one point that they have highlighted. Has it been like a very what is one of sorry, let me think.
Okay.
Let me think, because I know I am going somewhere with this. That we have started about the talk about like how we are inspired from to pursue this career, right? Where do you feel like family portraits stay like hetu bostu kor asile hey inspiration to family portraits asile, and has it been like something of that sort, or like kubat beleg information I'm not being able to form it.
How
right?
did I get into photography?
No, not exactly. Moments that made them fall in love with photography, right? Reflecting on key experiences that solidified their passion. For me, I'll begin with me. For me, I felt like that family album to iman cool lagile, because I am the youngest in my family. I don't know half the people that exist in these albums. Most of them are like 30-40 years my senior, right? So I saw these things and I emulated all these looks and stuff. And hey, high effort hoy goisile but low effort dekhar nisna lagisile. Like it's very, in Goa we call it susegad, like susegad.
Okay.
But then yeah, you get basically it was very chill max ekdom aram se tumi kori asa, aram se tumi bohi asa, and like the images are just coming out of you. Has it been like that for you as well?
No. I'm a photographer. I have no touch with photography at all. মই photos চোৱাও নাই কেতিয়াও.
I assumed you did কাৰণ তোমাৰ তেনেকুৱা লাগিছে, because I felt like একে হ'ব পাৰে.
Okay, I have no touch with photography. Before photography, মই photography start কৰিলো আৰু কোনোবাই মোক ভাল বুলি ক'লে ফটোখন তোলোতে. Okay. Then starting on কি হ'ল, I was a cricketer. Then কি হ'ল, সাতোবৰত ক্ৰিকেট প্ৰেক্টিছ কৰি থাকোঁতে এদিন ৱালৰ লগত এটা মই বস্তু I was a very gadget freak, সৰু বস্তু. তোমাৰ কি হ'ল, I ordered a mobile lens.
Oh, the clip-on ones,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
তাতে এটা আছিলে তোমাৰ মেক্ৰ লেন্স বুলি so মেক্ৰ লেন্সটো যেতিয়া মই তোলো চব ব্লাৰ বা মই বুজি নাপাওঁ মেক্ৰ লেন্স কি হয়. এদিন বৰষুণতো পৰি আছিলে, মই পেলাই দিছিলোঁ. পেলাই দিনে মোবাইলত লগাই ওচৰত গৈ তুলিলোঁ এটা হেৰি তুলিছিলোঁ মই, গজাল. ওচৰৰ পৰা তোলোতে এনেকুৱা লাগিলে কেমেৰাৰ নিচিনা ফটো আহেচোন ভাই. চ' লাইক মই কি কৰিলোঁ, এইখন মই পষ্ট কৰিলোঁ ইনষ্টাগ্ৰামত, ফটোগ্ৰাফী হেছটেগ ফটোগ্ৰাফী বুলি দি 4-5টা কমেণ্ট দিলে, গুড ফটোগ্ৰাফী. তাৰপিছত লাহে ভাল লাগে, বিকজ আগতে কেতিয়াও এপ্ৰিচিয়েট হোৱা নাছিলোঁ. ক্ৰিকেটত হৈছিলোঁ, বেলেগ বস্তু দেখোঁ. I was not that good. I was a very like not a good student. A part of that. So like I was just good at cricket, nothing else. So like photography নতুন বস্তু এটা. Wow.
Oh, where you're like actively getting praise, right?
Yes. 4টা comment, 20টা মান like.
Oh, boya. 24 people looked at it. That's a lot of people.
2014 and 15 on.
Oh, that's still a lot of people. 24 people in a room is like a boiler room. Yeah.
So like কি হ'ল, then মই সৰু বস্তু তোলা আৰম্ভ কৰিলোঁ. then মই কণীত মানুহৰ মুখ চুখ আঁকি, sorry.
So relatable, man. This is me in like my teenagers. Film camera to lepela like moorto paisa na jay. So I will photograph my cats, my dogs, walls, exactly this thing Then I used to do human face and hetu tulilo. Hetu eta wow, that was very creative. Kono comment disile, bhal legile. Then মই কি কৰিলোঁ, matchstick কেটামান থাকে ন, matchstick ভাঙি মানুহৰ শেপত কৰি হেটো মানুহ হিচাপে লৈ তুলিলোঁ. So you made basically your first few models.
Yes, nail, egg, then matchbox.
Lovely.
Then তেনেকৈ then চালোঁ যে ইনষ্টাগ্ৰামত তেতিয়া 2015, 16, 17ত ব্ৰেণ্ডন উলফেল, পিটাৰ মেকন, তাৰপিছত আৰু এটা বহুত ভাল জেছিকা কোবেছি.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's what made me. Yes, Jessica Kobesi is who made me
into this line,
into photography.
Damn, okay.
Then Brandon Wolfell and Peter Megan very orange and teal. তাৰপিছত fairy lights বহুত common হৈ গৈছিলে. But Jessica Kobesi was the only one.
Jessica's work is timeless, honestly.
Timeless. Very effortless, very simple. একো বস্তু নাই, একো signature নাই. Her photography is her signature.
Exactly. And you know her photos and you look at it immediately, even now.
Yes. So I even stalk her now.
Yeah, same. I still follow her, I guess.
So Jessica Kobesi female photographer বুলি বহুতে female photographer বহুত কম থাকে. কোনো নাচাই female photographers, but female photographers are very good at what they do.
Yeah, definitely.
So like Jessica Kobesi ৰত চালো, then মই ফটোত পুৰা ফুল্লি নামিলো. Then মই ছোৱালী ফটো তুলিব লাগে এতিয়া, কাৰণ জেছিকা অলৱেজ হেড ফিমেল মডেলছ. এতিয়া মই ছোৱালী ফটো মডেল ক'ত পাওঁ? 2015-17তো দে ৱেৰ ন মডেলছ ইন গুৱাহাটীত তেনেকৈ চিনি পোৱা, এণ্ড আই ৱাজ জাষ্ট এ কলেজ ষ্টুডেণ্ট. দেন আই asked around the famous girls in my college. বা যোনবিলাক ফেমাছ আছিলে চাৰ্কলত আই ক্লিক দেয়াৰ পিকচাৰ তাত এটা দুটা তিনিটা চাৰিটা পাঁচটা তোলাৰ পিছত আই বিকেম এ ফটোগ্ৰাফাৰ মোক ফটোগ্ৰাফাৰ মাতা হৈ গ'ল
I am now seeing the key moments in like when we কেনেকৈ গৈছিলা okay that's very cute actually
then কি হ'ল
very resourceful yeah
then কি হ'ল মোক তোমাৰ এটা কেমেৰা নাছিলে তো মই কেমেৰা এটা ল'ব লাগে ঘৰত সুধিলোঁ কেমেৰা নিদিয়ে মেট্ৰিকৰ পিছত দিম তাৰপিছত মেট্ৰিক হৈ যোৱাৰ পিছত কেমেৰা দে ঘৰত কয় 12ৰ পিছত দিম 12 হৈ গ'ল কেমেৰা দে ডিগ্ৰী পিছত দিম ফাক এইটোতো গৈ থাকিবচোন দেন মই কি কৰিলোঁ মোৰ লগ
কোনটো পঢ়াই কৰিলে বাদ মজা কৰিলে না এটা টাইপ মানে বাদটো কেতিয়াও নাহে
বাদটো কেতিয়াও নাহে দেন মই ৰিয়েলাইজ কৰোঁ বাদটো কেতিয়াও নাহে তো এতিয়া মই কি কৰোঁ দেন কি হ'ল মোৰ লগৰ এটা আছে নীলাক্ষ বুলি চ' তাৰ এটা কেমেৰা আছিলে D3400 নিকনৰ দেন কি হ'ল মই ৰেণ্ডমলি এনেই ফটো চটো আপলোড কৰি আছোঁ তেনেকৈ তাৰ কেমেৰাটো লৈ যাওঁ মই তুলিবৰ কাৰণে তাক আকৌ ঘূৰাই দিওঁ কেমেৰাটো যেতিয়া শ্বুট হৈ যায় দেন এদিন কি হ'ল নেহা বুলি এজনী ছোৱালী আছে ইনফ্লুৱেঞ্চাৰ এজনী আছে বিয়াৰ হাক্স মান চিকেন বুলি মান চিকেন কিবা ৱৰ্ড মই নাজানো আজিলৈ মই ৱৰ্ডটো নকৰিলোঁ ইমান দীঘল নামটো দেন কি হ'ল তাই মোক ক'লে ফটো তুলি দিবা নেকি মই তোমাক পে' কৰিম দেন কম বোলো ফটোগ্ৰাফীৰ পৰা পইচা ওলাব পাৰিছোন ভাই নেহা য়েছ দেন কি হ'ল মই লগৰটোক ক'লোঁ তোৰ কেমেৰাটো লাগে মোক দেনা দুদিনমানৰ কাৰণে সি মোক কেমেৰাটো দিলে মই ক'লোঁ মই তোক 200 টকা এটা দিম ক্লাছ 11ত দেন কি হ'ল মই গ'লোঁ শ্বুটটোত কৰিলোঁ শ্বুটটোত হৈ গ'ল পূৰা বঢ়িয়াকৈ 500 এখন দিছে মোক 500 দেট ৱাজ মাই ফাৰ্ষ্ট পে' 500 ৰুপিজ 500 পৰা 500 টকা পাইছোঁ দেন কি কৰোঁ এতিয়া তোমাৰ মাৰ কাৰণে আইচক্ৰীম এটা ল'লোঁ বাছিল 400 টকা 100 টকাই মই চিকেন ৰোল খালোঁ বাছিল 300 টকা অ' চিট 200 টকাচোন তাক দিব লাগিব 200 টকাটো তাৰ কাৰণে থৈ দিলোঁ 100 টকা দি মই এনেই কিবা এটা কৰিলোঁ কি কিনিলোঁ নাজানো পাহৰিলোঁ দেন কি হ'ল তোমাৰ তাক 200 টকা দিলোঁ মোৰ প্ৰফিট তাৰে 300 টকা আছিল দেন গম পাইছোঁ যে 500 টকা দি নহ'ব দামটো বঢ়াব লাগিব হা তাৰপিছত নেক্সট এনেকৈ শ্বুট কৰি থাকোঁতে নেহাৰ পিছত গৈ বেলেগ কোনোবাই সুধিলে নেহাৰ তাত দেখি ডেটছ হাউ দ্য নেটৱৰ্কিং ষ্টাৰ্টেড চ' নেটৱৰ্ক কিমান ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয় 500ৰ পৰা ষ্টাৰ্ট হয় এতিয়া 5 লাখলৈকে যায় 5 লাখলৈকে যায় টোটেল প্ৰজেক্ট মানে নট হেৰি তেনেকৈ চ' 500 ৱাজ ষ্টাৰ্টিং ওৱান চ' বহুতে বিচাৰে যে ফটোগ্ৰাফী কৰি লগালগ পইচা কেনেকৈ পাব পইচা ইটছ নট এবাউট মানি
you always have to pay your dues you have to develop your style your own মানে personality with your images
পইচা আহিব ফটোগ্ৰাফী কৰি পইচা পাম নহয় কৰি গৈ থাকিলে আহি যাব ইটছ নট আ source of income মানে it becomes a source of income তেনেকৈ
that's a very nice way to put it actually you cannot any kind of art if you immediately try to monetize it nahay you are not there yet you have to build your own identity through it right তাৰপিছতে তোমাৰ মানে পইচাখিনি আহিব
যেতিয়া ঘৰৰ পৰা কৈছিল ফটোগ্ৰাফী নকৰিবি তেতিয়া মই বুজিলোঁ কিয় নকৰিবি এতিয়া মই বুজি পাইছোঁ out of the experience of 10 years যে কিয় নকৰিবি it's not certain
absolutely not and then when you look at মানে sorry I'm cutting you off when you look at like মানে big name photographers right you see that they come from a lot of old money is like the word that we are using currently but they come from privilege আমি যোনটো পুৰণা camera বা phone এদি তুলো a lot of these kids they had like the means given মানে they present to them I'm not shaming them definitely if you have the means if you have the privilege go use it definitely but I definitely understand that মানে you cannot expect to মানে make money immediately মানে
exactly
right? you cannot মানে put yourself through that মানে emotional মানে turmoil and you'll be like কিয় পইচা পোৱা নাই am I not good enough and the moment your self-worth becomes tied to a paycheck fucked
yes
you have to মানে make your own self-worth through your own identity through your work মানে
সেইটো কাৰণে এতিয়া বুজি পাওঁ যে কিয় ফটোগ্ৰাফী পাৰ্চিউ কৰিব নিজে এজ এ কেৰিয়াৰ
it has to become a career on its own
মানে বেলেগ কাম কৰি থাক লগতে ফটোগ্ৰাফীও কৰি থাক মানে put that effort even here মানে আৰু observe and consume more content then you become a good photographer the more you consume the more you get everything inside your head the more you can shoot
I am so opposite to you on this one I consume so less I am so selective about what I end up watching or reading I always end up on the again it's not just photography I always end up on the creation side more if I the thing is again this is the difference between the two of us right I think with my hands so if I'm doing something তেতিয়া মোৰ মাথাটো খালী হৈ যায়. So if I'm driving, if I'm running, if I'm cycling, if I'm making something, if I'm doing a sculpture or something, তো মোৰ ব্ৰেইনটো খালী হৈ যায়. So but it's very different, right?
We are like water and fire, fire and water.
Osage.
That's how we were.
But it's also fun. I want to do I want to do a campaign with you, and I want to see you in action.
Yes.
Because I want to like let loose on a set.
You'll get panicked if you see me in a work.
Lovely. And I'll have a reason for my mental breakdown. Yeah, which is not me for the first time. But yeah.
তোমাৰ হেৰি ৱেডিং ফটোগ্ৰাফীত কি হ'ল তোমাৰ ফটোগ্ৰাফীত গুৱাহাটীত অকল ৱেডিঙত আছে, বেলেগত বহুত কম আছে, নাই বুলি অকল ৱেডিঙত আছে আৰু তাকো পইচাবোৰ আহি নাপায় ক্লায়েণ্টৰ পৰা.
Why would you not pay after a wedding?
I don't know why is that. গুৱাহাটীত এইটো কিয় চিন হয়?
Okay.
Nobody likes to pay. মানে ডেলিভাৰ কৰোঁ নকৰোঁ উই আৰ নট পেইড. মই বহুতক ডেলিভাৰ কৰি মই পইচা পোৱা নাই, সেইকাৰণে মই ডেলিভাৰ নকৰোঁৱে যেতিয়ালৈ পইচা ক্লিয়াৰ নহয়. Then কৈছে why don't you clear? মই clear the money, then you'll get.
Definitely.
Then like কি হয় মই কাম এতিয়ালৈ হোৱা কিয় নাই, দিয়া কিয় নাই, pay out, you'll get it লগালগ. মই মোৰ ফটোগ্ৰাফী কেৰিয়াৰ এনেকৈ ক'ত গৈছে মই নিজে নাজানো. I used to shoot people first, then I shot food.
Okay.
Then I was a 1-year contract with ISL.
ISL is what?
Indian Super League. মই ফুটবল ফটোগ্ৰাফী কৰিছোঁ.
Okay.
Like food, football, birds. So it's very mixed up. So like go to, but the only thing I love is human. Like I can tell what human like কি কৰিব লাগে হাতখনে পিনে I can tell. I cannot tell a player তাতে না যাবি to যাবি. So sports photography was not my cup of tea. So like যোনদিনাখনে খেল থাকে I have to be there. মোৰ হাত ভাঙ ভৰি ভাঙ I have to be there. So I cannot be that. মানে তাতে ক্ৰিয়েটিভিটি একো নাই তেনেকৈ. So like যেতিয়া মই কাম মডেল এটা শ্বুট কৰোঁ I have a creativity there. মানে বস্তু শ্বুট কৰিলে I cannot tell the egg to stand up.
Or you can draw a face on it.
Yes, but I cannot tell the egg to change the expression. ভাল লাগা নাই. So I have the freedom with human. So that's where I মানে গৈ পৈ আকৌ I have stuck with human models. That's fair. Then what about you? Like, who do you shoot exactly?
More, again, like I mostly find myself on the creation side of the spectrum, right? Lately, my photography practice has become non-photography. I shoot images, but it's been like very long-term projects. There is this one thing I'm working on for the last 8 years. I'm starting a project that's been like that's designed to go for the next 4-5 years. So I feel like it's a mix. It's almost always about people. Like it's almost always about something living and that is being affected by something else. I want to like the more I'm shooting, the more I am kind of understanding the relationships between us as a person and us as a community. I've realized there is a like বেলেগ ধৰণৰ এটা ৱেব এটাৰ নিচিনা আছে. কিবা এটা কথা কোনোবাই ক'ব এণ্ড সেই কথাটোৰ পৰা এটা বাটাৰফ্লাই এফেক্ট এটা হয় নহয়. I have become very interested in like tracking down a butterfly effect. A couple of days prior মই চাইকেলখন লৈ পেলাই মই তোমাৰ I grew up near ভৰলুমুখ, ঠিক আছে. এণ্ড ভৰলুমুখততো এতিয়া বাৰু everybody knows it's the ভৰলু. So it's a drainer at this point. But I used to hear stories about my dad swimming in it, drinking its water. People used to come out on boats, mass besisile, mass marisile. So that was a very wayward. I'm just giving you a thing what I'm doing right now, right? That was just the 2 sentences that my dad said 10 years back. For the last 10 years, I have been just researching about how does a river get killed off.
Okay.
And who are its culprits. History to ki hoy, social stigma to ki hoy. Why is there no conversation around something like this? And recently মই realize কৰিলো যে ইমান মই বস্তুখিনি কৰিলো, কালেক্ট কৰিলো, মই ডকুমেণ্ট কৰা নাই বস্তুটো, ৰাইট? তো মই ডকুমেণ্ট কৰি পেলাই এতিয়া I have been like shooting the rivulet basically, the stream. And it's always human, like you said. You come back to human. My first few photos that I've ever shot were of my parents just like existing in our house. What is a house? In our house. And I have gone back to it. Mazat bahut asil, like you said, fashion, cars, wildlife, exactly, sports. I'm just realizing I've also done sport for some reason. All of this, but like at the end of the day, it has become like change to ki hoy ase and who is it affecting? currently it's mostly that মানে মোৰ it photos আছে but it's videos, it's audio, it's newspapers, it's history, it's archiving. I've been speaking to a lot of other people যোনে সেইখিনি সময়ত জীয়াই আছিলে and that's very important because history is being lost. If a person dies or basically passes away, সেইখিনি chunk of history is always gone. So man, it's like a scramble against time, right? Like you want to document, you want to keep it. I don't know where I'm going with this conversation, but anyways, but it's like man, the thing is at the end of the day it's very human. And where is this conversation or where is this man humanity going in accordance to where we are right now? So currently that is how I would describe my work. I just realized I've not described my work. I just realized I'm describing an opinion, but yeah, that's how I would describe an opinion about my work.
Like dutai jiti sabo jao no, we have to talk about photography, but photography ame code loi goise, just realize. I've also
mane bhabisu tumar etu bostu tu moi je photography to tumar at the end of the day it's just witnessing the passage of time, right? Like tumi rukhi moments goi asa and then I know you will understand that when you are looking through a viewfinder tumi camera di sai asa at a second that you feel it, right? And then automatically hatkhon tipa jay etu ba tok bujabole tu buji paisa ta bostu to that feeling that I'm telling you he bostu tu mane I have been finding it a lot more often, not on a set, not on a movie set, a lot more often in just like tumar everyday life too. And exactly like what photography to tumar it has gone from a practice to that feeling too.
Yes,
buji paisa no, you immediately realize that there's something happening, you need to click that button.
Yes, you know I have shot lakhs of pictures azile. More তিনটা কেমেৰা আছিল আজি আগত, লাইক মোৰ যোনটো ফ্ৰেণ্ডৰ কেমেৰা আছিলে সেইটো এটা, তাতে মই শ্বাটাৰ কাউণ্ট আছিল 1.5 লাখ মান, 1.5 লাখ ফটোজ বহুত হয়
পাপা ঐ অন 3400.
ইয়েছ, তাৰপিছত ছেকেণ্ড কেমেৰা D7000 যোনটো মই বহুত এক্সপ্লইট কৰিছোঁ, তাতে শ্বাটাৰ কাউণ্ট আছিলে 7 লাখ. এতিয়া যোনটো মোৰ কাৰেণ্ট কেমেৰা G6 তাতে গেছ কিমান
10-12
ইমানো নহয় 7 লাখ. এতিয়া 4 years হৈছে কেমেৰাটো, চ' তাতে মোৰ শ্বাটাৰ কাউণ্ট 5,40,000.
Oh, 2 months back. 2 months back. So এটা how are you expecting?
মানে
6 months is আৰু
use my camera like this.
নিচৰ
pura. I touch my camera more than I touch my body.
Your bio.
Yes, that's my bio. So like when camera anytime hatot থাকে চকু বন্ধ কৰি কোড কি চেঞ্জ কৰিলে I can do that.
It becomes an extension of yourself,
yes.
right? Yeah.
But camera ধলে মোৰ মনত মই ফটোগ্ৰাফাৰ হৈছোঁ, মই এনে পাহৰি যাম, but যেতিয়া লগত কেমেৰাটো থাকে I can just এনেকে হৈ যায় আৰু practice so many lakhs of photos I've clicked and কিটা কি হয় এটো গম পাই যায়.
Sorry I'm cutting you. তোমাৰ এই last 10 years have you it has happened to me সেইকাৰণে মই কৈছো, when I see a place I see grid lines.
Yes kita maze hoy but third person herit sai so itia
moto it has been constant. Even if I am looking there, right, I can like when I see a frame proper, if I'm looking there I can see a frame proper, like I can actually like when it's so there is this very cool book at the 3 body problem bully. I'm not going to when I spoil the whole thing. The protagonists in that entire book, they start seeing a countdown timer, thik ase, whenever even if they close their eyes eta number ta enake ghuri thake. It has become that I'm going crazy sake at this point.
Tumi like kuntu grid asa, I'm looking at you rule of thirds.
The rule of thirds, yeah, always
it is very
the
basic
essential one. Yeah. More I have no neurons no hekane basic jara thakobo etia. But huna na I want to ask you about this thing. Tell me something about a dream/ideal photography project for you.
যদি মই সব বন্ধ কৰি এটা ড্ৰিম ফটো তুলিব বিচাৰো,
a project,
just a photo, project নাই, I have no dream project, just a photo.
I should have asked better.
Yes,
fine, go ahead.
Everything is white, just the land at the horizon of the sky, white sky.
Okay,
tolotu white, I don't know why is that.
Okay, exactly.
Just a model in between, that's my dream photo.
You should
very miniature.
You should go to Bolivia.
Jaba laibo most probably. That's the only photo I want to create.
Salt flats buje thake ase tumar. You're basically most describing probably. A salt flat or basically.
Most probably.
But Run of Kutch is also good, I guess, Gujarat.
Ho pare. Let's check out koribo laibo. When you told dream photography, kitao bhabao na azile. Wala that's the picture that came in my mind.
Oh, you are
I'm that spontaneous, that impulsive.
Bhabisu it, yeah. I should have also thought about it a little bit more before asking you the question. All about basic blocks dibo lagisil to bag and put to get very good. Yeah, okay.
So I think very fast. I don't know why. মানে I don't know why. হৈ গৈছে চাগে লাইফত তেনেকৈ
definitely you're quick on your feet
মানে কুইক ডিচিজনছ ল'ব পাৰোঁ তেনেকৈ I don't think about মোৰ যিমানকেইটা টেটু আছে
okay
I've only the first tattoo
okay
মোৰ গাৰ্লফ্ৰেণ্ডে এইটো মোক বনাবৰ কাৰণে লৈ গৈছিলে
okay
এইটো 2 বছৰ লাগিছে ফাৰ্ষ্টটো ভাবিবৰ কাৰণে বনাবৰ কাৰণে বাট আদাৰ ভাবিছোঁ লগালগ গৈ বনাই আনিছোঁ ডেটছ এটা খালি ৰিগ্ৰেট টেটু এটা আছে এইটো অলপ বেয়াকৈ বনাইছিলোঁ মানে ইটছ এবাউট ষ্টাফ উইথ চ' এইটো মই ইয়াতে বনাব নালাগিছিলে হাতত বেলেগত বনাব লাগিছিলে বুকুত য়েছ ইটছ ভেৰি চিপ অকল এইটো মই ৰিগ্ৰেট কৰোঁ বাকী এভৰি ইম্পালচিভ ডিচিজন পাৰি গছ আছে আই হেভ লাইটনিং লাইটিঙৰ পৰা এনেকৈ দি
I mean definitely কিয় হ'ব পাৰে can we switch on the AC again sorry
ঘামি গৈছা তুমি
because I'm wearing this I don't wear এনেকুৱা dart ass pants but this is the only pants I had today but anyways yeah okay you want to be on a sol flat you will definitely have another camera that has like 10 lakh shutter count by then I'm realizing it
yes,
yeah
yes. I've got to buy a new camera by end of this year waiting for Sony A7 IV
that's
trying to shift now
you're trying to shift kyo
Nikon opera
why
I'll have the Nikon for my own work art but jiye hok but Sony is very commercialized mane to get the very commercial photo I need to have the Sony so
are you going Sony glass as well
Sigma most probably
yeah okay fine that's
but Nikon or jundu every camera has their own thing
definitely yeah
Nikon or jundu colors no other camera can get that
that's a very controversial opinion
yes. My own choice
the Canon shooters are about to type comments
yes. মানে Canon or very faded desaturated look eta thake Nikon or very sharp saturated look eta thake
because Nikon comes from like Nikon ka the my history might be wrong with you man Nikon or maximum mane digital camera comes from sports and wildlife right
hetu gane saturate sage most probably
mane of course if you're like mane shooting a cricket match and you're fucking editing on Lightroom tar pisor you have like 30 minutes left to the next broadcast your supervisor will shoot you
that's where herit mur jita ISL shoot kori asilo mur laptop to logot thake field ote moi camera shoot koru গোল মানে যেতিয়া গোল দিয়ে ন হেতু মোমেন্ট লগালগ দিব লাগে হেৰি কেবল এটা থাকে কিবা কিবি হি গোল সেলিব্ৰেট কৰি থাকোতে মই ফটো আপলোড দি দিওঁ
লাভলি
সো ইট হ্যাজ টু বি দ্যাট ফাস্ট আৰু এটো গুৱাহাটী কালচাৰ নহয় এটো মুম্বাই ৱৰ্ক কালচাৰটো গুৱাহাটীত লৈ আহিছিল আই ৱৰ্ক ইন
ইটস লিটাৰেলি
জাস্ট ভেৰি স্পীড মানে যোনটো ৱৰ্ক কালচাৰ মই তাতে পালো ন আৰু পেমেন্টটো তাতে লগালগ হৈ যায় একো খেলি মেলি নাই বাট গুৱাহাটীত এটো চিনেমা আকৌ আনিছে কাৰণ গুৱাহাটীত পইচা নাই কোনো কাকো দিব নোখোজে আই এম টায়াৰ্ড অফ দ্যাট থিং
yeah let's hope we can make something change to go because I was also a Nikon shooter thik ase moi eta recently Sony eta le shift korisu and I kind of get it because when I was shooting with my Nikon usually I never really understood when people said je mane colors bur beya hoy I am color blind thik ase mane moi nije color blind hoy adha di spectrum dekhai na pao and I'm like my realizing aro it's a skill issue like mane if you are shooting on film if you're shooting on something that is like mane chemistry to bake in hoy titia hole it's your fault that you can't get good colors but also when at a digital file at that tomar you said no the starting off point can be different but the information is the same
yes
you can make it look like the other files you can make it look like the other thing so when if you can't do it again it's a skill issue and like as a color blind person I find it as a skill issue habis kenuka beya hobole ko
so so camera to nijor choice brain is also nijor choice
but it's about the ease of use I guess
yes but jita kaam kori kombasite I have to shift to Sony for commercial works
you would like Sony
yes I would love Sony but the main juntu I'll click for myself and for the sake of art it's always going to be Nikon
I like a person who sticks by their opinion again Canon shooters be like
Canon I don't know about Canon we are shooting on Sony
oh yeah oh no yeah
very commercial work very nice very best camera mane sob bostu kene bujam etia Sony is the very go to
it's very
high end reliable camera hoy
the first time I was taking a couple of juniors out for a walk this is when I just got my new Sony system and I am a person that doesn't think too much when I'm like mane wrecking out thik ase they're waiting there I just walked into the river I'm like this deep into the river there is like mane I'm shooting into the like the wetland thik ase and I just realized all of a sudden যে মোৰ হাতখন এনেকে আছে এনেকে ক্যামেৰাটো ৰাইট আই এম হোল্ডিং দিস মোৰ হাতখন এফালে এটা হাপ এটা গৈছে এনেকে And I just realized because I'm so conscious of the screen now, but like to key ripple eta hoy, and I'm like, oh shit. And the thing is, when I looked at it, I'm now freaking out, but I can't like respond. Like মোৰ হাতখন তললৈ গৈছে না, my entire Sony camera went underwater. So gutte to enaka nami গৈছে ha, because I wanted to not মানে disturb the মানে হেৰি. And I brought it back up. The camera is still recording. It's a big ass GoPro. But I feel like Sony would suit your style well because it's like quick, right?
Yes, quick. Hoba lage. But for slow art, always Nikon.
Yeah. I mean,
Canon, I don't know. I have no idea about Canon. Kitao funny.
Well, welcome to the multiple bodies club. Your bag is going to get very heavy.
Yes. Well, GoPro is the best. Mo GoPro itao logot thake.
Oh, honey, kuntu use kore sare tume GoPro?
Hero 12 sage.
I used the 360 atta janane. I never got good videos out of it. Iman, it's I don't know how to. Maybe I don't know how to use a 360 degree. On a Sunday or a sunlit day, how am I getting shit ass video away? Like, but it's becoming so. Now I'm able to get it, but for the first 2-3 months, it was difficult. It was so difficult shooting 360 videos.
We cannot. Eto khali moment capture korbo karone much
right,
better. Kintu I'm trying to create content with GoPros. Recent
you
data
like throw it into the person's face, Nikki.
So catch koro my GoPro to heblak shots use kor dhuniage. I make my own bike videos in GoPro as of now.
Bike
mane I ride bikes.
Oh, bikes.
Bikes
I heard BITE for
bikes,
some reason.
Bikes. So the bike ride koro, I just have my GoPro and make my own video karon mur kono photo tuli ne ma sobore tuli.
I use the 360 for cycling rides. I cycle long distances. So I just stick the thing time lapse kori pele goi thaku ta I get it. So because nobody is but ifale antu fale camera khub combat thake. Thank you guys. Ifale camera card hai.
More first time in front of a camera. How awkward am I? Hekama camera to me swai nahi karne.
What bahut bar salu sake at this
point. Swai na. I'm very awkward in front of camera.
But I want to ask you one last thing, bro. It's been how many years for your shooting? 10.
10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
If a junior comes up to you and asks you, okay, I have a camera now. I want to be a photographer. What is your go-to pieces of advice?
Bolmur logat.
Huh? What?
Bolmur logat.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
Nothing. Mane, I cannot. It's a skill. I cannot teach somebody a skill. Basic to dekhai dibo paro. Basic sobe sabo pare. But I'll just take him along and sight just observe. Nothing else. Mane june jak sai observe kore janwa hoi jay. I'm not telling I'm a good photographer. I'm a decent photographer. But he muk sai mutkeo bhalo jabo pare.
Definitely.
And that's so mane just make everybody good at their own thing and just kako eko hikabo na lage.
Nijor style
nije develop korile hol. Jodi muro thake tar mur style similar hoi jabo pare. But tatu difference thakibo.
Definitely.
Then notun photographer boli just buy a camera juntu hoy first thought.
Gear doesn't matter.
Gear doesn't matter. Till a point.
At that point, I even said it.
Till
at
a
that
point. Till a point. Mane jodi start kore sobe lakh taka invest kore camera. Don't do it.
Dorkar nahi. Get a second hand again.
Second-hand camera.
Get a second hand camera. It's fine. It's good. It shoots photo. Great.
Moi second hand camera 10,000 kinisil D7000.
Oh, what?
10,000 with a lens 2470 sake f4.
Oh wow.
I sold it at 20,000.
What happened?
I don't know, light porigol sake.
Acha. It's fine, right? All right.
Yes, so 10,000 kini I sold for it for 20,000.
Wait, that increase shutter count.
BCom comes there. That's where.
Bhai, tum to hustler nikla yaar. I have to be wary. But also good on you. We need to make profit at some point. But yeah, I kind of agree. I ran a couple of workshops in Goa when I was staying there. So it was the same hairy as well, like the same thought process. I will not be able to give you your style. I will not be able to direct you where you are going. What I can do is I can hand you the tools I was given. And it's very important, right? Bol mur logot no. That's how a community gets built.
Exactly.
And that's how the thing stays. It lasts. A village at teneke bone.
Exactly. A community, a industry.
Union. Then we can get paid on time.
I hope so.
No, union korle paribo lage. At least I hope so.
Photography সংগঠন এটা খুলিব ভাল লাগিব.
You heard it here first. Photography সংগঠন বাপ্পা ওই ইমান কেটা syllables আজি গোটে দিন তোৰ ব্ৰেইন টো বৰ syllable হৈ গৈছে আজি কাৰণে.
ইমান ফটোগ্ৰাফি গোটে কিটা লাইফত কৰা নাছিল. আজি ইমান ফটোগ্ৰাফি কৰি আছো.
I mean it's good. Do you like talking about it now?
I feel very numb about it. I don't feel anything.
Wow.
I'm a very মই emotional নহয় একদম. I'm very non-emotional.
I am extremely emotional.
কি কোৱা? We are just opposite
Oh,
of-
what is this?
I don't
Good
know
pairing,
idea.
yeah, Rebecca. Very good pairing. Nice.
চলো মই ইমানেই ইমোশ্যন আজি মই কথা পাতিছোঁ কালিৰ পৰা তুমি যেতিয়ালৈকে মোক ফোন নকৰা মোৰ যদি একো কামো নাথাকে মই কল নকৰোঁ আৰু আই
Okay,
ডোণ্ট
that part I relate to. That
হা।
I am also a very bad communicator.
মই
এইটো বাৰু ক'ব
কমিউনিকেশ্যন মোৰ জিৰ' মোৰ ফোন থাকি মই ফোন এতিয়া ফোন আহি আছে এতিয়া বাৰু কথা
পাৰি। How do
পাতিছোঁ
you
কাৰণে
know your phone is coming in?
ভাইব্ৰেটিং
Oh, আচ্ছা, ইমান দেৰি তুমি বহি আছা ধুনীয়াকৈ।
বহি আছোঁ
Lovely.
মানে মোৰ এংজাইটি নাহে ফোন আহিলে মানে কি ফোন উঠাব লাগে চাইডত থৈ দিওঁ
Hardcore not relatable. I am so terrified of my phone নহয় মই মানে ওচৰতো নাযাওঁ কেতিয়াবা যা go dead. I will not even charge you. I want to work on my own. সেইটোৱে like but it's so different, right? It's very very
কমিউনিকেশ্যন জিৰ' ইম'চনেল জিৰ'
মোৰ communication zero, emotional ভালেখিনি
মোৰ ইম'চনেল জিৰ' চ' মোৰ গাৰ্লফ্ৰেণ্ডে কয় মই ইম'চনেল নহয় বুলি অফক'ৰ্ছ মই নহয় বাৰু আই এম ট্ৰাইং টু বি আ বেটাৰ পাৰ্চন বাট আই হেভ টু বি ইম'চনেল মানে আই লষ্ট মাই মম 2020 দেন কি হ'ল তাতকৈ বেছি দুখ লগা ফৰ আ পাৰ্চন কেনট বি চ' বাকী বস্তু মোৰ একো মেটাৰে নকৰে যিয়ে হয় লাইফত একো দুখ কিবা মষ্ট প্ৰবলি জাষ্ট আফটাৰ দেট য়েছ মোৰ ইম'চনছ জিৰ' মই তাৰপিছত না কান্দা না হা ফূৰ্তি কেতিয়াবা লাগে মানে সেইটোও বেলেগ কথা বাট ইম'চনেলি এটেচ মই কাৰো লগত জিৰ'
It's good that you're trying because it's going to show up in your work. That's the change that I had মানে gone through myself. Was it তোমাক ক'লো যে মই এটা ইম'চনেল হয় and the communication is still zero, right? It's the same because I for the longest time was not able to express what I was doing or what I was feeling. Photography literally saved my ass.
Okay.
I would not have been here if it were not for that black tikla camera ata bakos ata that just does like 36 photos a roll and that's it. So I'm glad you are trying to talk about it. I'm glad that mane it also mane it will definitely show up in your work because I feel like when I was not able to express myself, my photography became an outlet. It saved my ass quite literally. And itia I have been realizing that mane mur gote prithibikhon মই তেনেকৈ প্ৰচেছ কৰোঁ ৰাইট চ' ইউ হেভ দ'জ এক্টিভিটিজ ৰাইট some things that you can just resort to মানে help you understand the entirety of the world and I feel like তেনেকৈ তোমাৰ মানে প্ৰেক্টিছো হয় you develop a identity, you develop a visual portfolio, you develop so many things right when you start expressing through your own work. So I'm glad you are going through মানে
trying to be more emotional yes try কৰিছোঁ আজি কান্দিম ঘৰত
your girlfriend would be proud.
Yes she is a very beautiful girlfriend তাই বহুত ভাল হয় she's very lovely.
Yeah, I'm glad she's bringing you out of your shell.
Yes, মানে মোৰ যি drawbacks আছে she's trying to rectify and make me a better person.
That's very cute, yeah. Disgustingly cute.
So I just felt like কথা পাতি থাকোঁতে ন তুমি যেতিয়া ফটো এটা তোলা ভাবি চিন্তি মেলি you create the outcome right মই জাষ্ট এনেই কথা পাতিছোঁ জাষ্ট এইটো আহিল যে মই এটা ৰেবেকাৰ ফটো তুলিছিলোঁ চকুত বেণ্ডেজ এটা মাৰি দিছিলোঁ বহুত পুৰণা হা 2020 মানত আছিল চাগে ন তেতিয়া
I don't remember this video. Okay, fine.
তাতে কমেণ্ট আহিছে wow what a great photo wow কি কনচেপ্ট মোৰ বেণ্ডেজটো মাৰিলোঁ মোৰ বেগত বেণ্ডেজটো আছিলে
well it's just accidental expression মানে এক্সপ্ৰেছ কৰি যায়
যোনটো লগত থাকে আই ক্ৰিয়েট তেনেকৈ বস্তু মই বস্তুটো ক্ৰিয়েট কৰাৰ পিছত মই হেৰি দিওঁ তো শ্বি ইজ লুকিং মিনিং এটা দিওঁ তাই ৱৰ্ল্ডত বহুত বেয়া চলিছে সেইকাৰণে চকুটো ঢাকি থৈ দিছে
okay
so মই এনেই আই জাষ্ট ক্ৰিয়েট আপ ষ্টৰিজ
Rebecca is like 5 years later মই এটা বুজি পাইছোঁ
আই কিয় চকুত বেণ্ডেজ মাৰিছিলে
love it yeah মানে it's interesting to see like মানে putting meaning after you take a photo because মই সেইটো চেঞ্জটো পাৰ কৰি এটা মিনিংটো আগতে এক্সিষ্ট কৰে before the photo exists right
I tried to do that never happened from my side
I mean বহুত টাইম আছে লাইফ I have a feeling that মানে চাগে later I'll take from this conversation with you is that I will shut off my brain when I take a photo next. I'm just going to go through pure instinct because I've been trying to do a lot more of that actually in my own practice মানে pure instinct ত মই কি ফটো তুলিব আৰু hey that feeling that we're talking about
I'll take the planning from you কাৰণ মই planning zero এটা শ্বুট এটা আছিলে 1 week মান পিছত মডেল মোক কল কৰি শ্বুট এটা আছে নেক্সট মই অ'কে ঠিক আছে শ্বুট কৰিম বাৰু ডে 6ত তাই পেনিক কৰিছে মই ফোন কৰা নাই একো প্লেন কৰা নাই কি কৰিম
ভাই মোৰ ফাটি গ'লহেঁতেন
মই কৈছোঁ তুলিমতো চিল তাৰপিছত তোলাৰ পিছত গম পাইছে অ'কে ঠিক আছে নেক্সট টাইম আৰু পেনিক নহ'ব তোৰ কিবা ভাল ব্ৰেণ্ড শ্বুট এটাই আছিলে পেনিক কৰিছে কি কৰিলো ব্ৰেণ্ডে কি ক'ব একো কোৱা নাই না স্ক্ৰিপ্ট দিছা না কিবা কৰিছা না কিবা কৈছা
That's also confidence, right?
মোৰ কনফিডেঞ্চ নাই ইট জাষ্ট মানে তেনেকৈ ষ্টাৰ্টিঙৰ পৰা কৰাৰ কাৰণে চাগে হৈ গ'ল
Okay, used to it হৈ গৈছে চাগে
মেবি ইউজ টু কনফিডেঞ্চ
used to confidence. Wow.
Maybe.
That's a sentence I was not expecting to hear. Used to confidence. I'm going to use that somewhere.
Yes, get used to confidence. আহিব ভাল আহিব নাহিলে নাই কি হ'ব মাৰি পেলাব নেকি নেপেলাই ন মানে you will get good outcome but
মাৰি পেলাব
you will get good outcome but still
yeah, I'm glad. We should actually plan something together.
For sure.
I don't know how we have never done this after knowing each other for like more than 5 years at this point. But we should definitely try to do something together.
For sure. Let's plan. No, you plan.
I will plan. I will throw you into the... I will text you, Aji. I'll shoot a Sebula. And you'll be like,
yes.
oh, fine.
Yes. Exactly. You know me now.
Yeah.
कोई लाभ नहीं.
I'll give you a time and an address and a Google Maps location. You'll just show up.
I'll just show. Exactly. তোমাৰ recently এটা মোৰ বিয়া শ্বুট হৈ গ'ল. তোমাৰ দৰা আৰু কইনা হা. তোমাৰ বিয়াটো হৈ গ'ল. দৰা ৰিচেপশ্যন বাকী আছে. তো কইনাৰ লগত মই অলৰেডি কথা চথা পাতিছোঁ কইনা নোজ হাউ আই এম তাৰ দৰাৰ ৰিচেপশ্যনৰ মই আগদিনাখনে মই ফোন ধৰা নাই মই ক'ত বেলেগত বিজি আছোঁ দৰাৰ ফাটি গৈছে কি হ'ব এতিয়া আৰু মই মাজতে মই একো ফোনো কৰা নাই এটাও ফোন কৰা নাই এণ্ড নেক্সট ডেও মই ফোন কৰা নাই কিন্তু আই শ্ব'ড আপ কইনাই কৈছে দৰাটোক যে আই ন' হিল শ্ব' আপ ই খালি কল নুঠায় চ' আই হেভ আ ভেৰি হিউজ প্ৰব্লেম মই কল নুঠা মানুহৰ ফোন বাজি এতিয়াও বাজি আছে অথনি কওঁতেও বাজি আছিলে মানে আই জাষ্ট শ্ব' আপ অন টাইম ৰিগাৰ্ডলেছ মাজত কমিউনিকেশ্যন মোৰ জিৰ' আইল ডু দ্য ৱৰ্ক আই গিভ ইউ দ্য ৱৰ্ক জিৰ' কমিউনিকেশ্যন আই ডোণ্ট ন' এইটো মই বস্তুটো বেয়া হয় বাট আই হেভ টু ৰেক্টিফাই ঠিক কৰিব লাগিব বস্তুটো ৱৰ্ক ইন মানে জিৰ' আছে ষ্টিল বাট আই এম ট্ৰাইং মাই বেষ্ট টু ডু
ষ্টাৰ্টিং ফ্ৰম সামথিং ইটছ স্কুৱেৰ ওৱান নট জিৰ'
At least you know now. Yeah, at least I know now. So that's square one. That's square one itself. Talk to people. I don't receive calls, but I show up on time and place. আধা ঘণ্টা দেৰি হ'ব পাৰে যেনেকৈ আজি ইয়াতে 1 ঘণ্টা দেৰি হৈছে মোৰ গুৱাহাটী ষ্টেণ্ডাৰ্ড টাইম চবে দেৰি হৈ চবৰে দেৰি হৈ আছে চবে ক'ৰবাত গৈছে কিন্তু কোনো ক'ত গৈছে কোনো নাজানে ভাই এভৰিবডি ইজ লেট ইন গুৱাহাটী অলৱেজ এভৰিবডি ইটছ দ্য ট্ৰাফিক না ট্ৰাফিক নাথাকিলেও মই দেৰিকৈ পাওঁ ট্ৰাফিক য়েছ বাট এভৰিবডি ইজ লেট
মাজে মাজে মই ইউজ কৰোঁ এইটো এক্সকিউজটো ইজ দ্য ট্ৰাফিক বুলি বাট আই এম লাইক জাষ্ট গেটিং আউট অফ মাই শাৱাৰ মই 7টা বজাত কাম থাকে মই 6টা বজালৈকে ৰেডি কিন্তু আই ষ্টিল ৰিচ দেৰ 7:38 আই এম ষ্টিল লেট ভাই cannot be me but I respect you for admitting to it yes
more people who work with me মানে long term ha so Devrina you know so she is now married recently বিয়া হ'ল তাৰ বিয়াটো শ্বুট কৰিছোঁ মই she got married in Pune so like your Devrina and me are working since last 6 years Is this the person who is like when he will show up? No. That's a different side. Even she knows. Okay. Like ki hoy, she wants to work with me. She works with me. Basically, like she is very comfortable with me. Like work system atha. So like 5-6 years work, no communication majot. Shoot muk koi je 10 tarikhe shoot hoba aji 1 tarik. Direct shootot log pao. Apart from that, no talking majot. Oh wow. That's how we are working. Our photos diunde deri hoy. Tai logalo photos transfer korilu on the spot. So if you want to work with somebody, you figure out how to work. Figure out, yeah. Mane, if you like somebody, you figure out how to stay with that person. Not only in photography. Definitely, yeah. The effort is always there. Effort, adjusting. Mane, I want to work with her. I have to understand how she works. Can I work? How can I adjust with that work system? Teneke. You develop a language. Yes. So without That's talking, nice. She's like my big sister. Oh, okay. So teneke without even talking, we don't even talk. Just shoot koro hoi gol. Bye bye. Mor tair biat moi surprise ma shoot koriso biya shoot kori aso eneke. Then mor girlfriend e Michael koise there is a surprise for you. Tair ma camera to tai pini diso. Now I'll shoot. Now you shoot me. Oh, dile dekhi. Ha, camera to di diso. Tai biya tai muk shoot korise ma nasi thaka. So it was a very emotional, very surprising moment for her. Cute. Teneke. Yeah, I mean I have done a few weddings, but never in the sense that when I was like goi pele uthai lisa no. But okay, have you
How do I say this? So all the weddings that I've done are all my friends' weddings. ठीक है? I show up with like one roll of film. They are going to get 36 photos, or if they opt for like a medium format mane look at 12 photos, but they are going to be fucking bangers mane. Because 12 photos you cannot miss. Do you want to try that ever? Mane, let's say you have your own usual team, ठीक है? Let's do it actually. When you do the next wedding, I'll come along, I'll just shoot a roll of film.
Done.
Don't tell them that they're going to get film photos or something. We'll just figure out something else. Because I want to see you in action, and I want to like also plan it also.
Okay.
Because a wedding ot ke besi mane tumar hectic bostu eta nahe.
Very adrenaline rush eta hoy.
An Indian wedding. More friend eta ase Ankan boli. He eta khub dhuniya koisile. There is nothing more real than a wedding.
Yes.
There is it's always there. Khong, sadness, happiness.
Soap.
Every emotion, it's like a zeitgeist bane ekdom.
Moi to biat bachcha bilak maru enek shoot kori kone. Eneke dori take
I do not know this, man.
I know. Shoot kore bachchate mor ene pen tani ase.
Okay.
তো কেমেৰাটো হাতখন লৰাই দিছে, মোৰতো খং দিছে, মই কি কৰোঁ, চাইছোঁ কোনো চোৱা নাই, এলবটো আছে, কান্দি আছে বাচ্চা.
I do not know this, man. Again, I'm iterating. This is he is a friend, but I do not know this, man. Damn boy, বাপ্পা.
হৈ যায় চব বস্তু হৈ যায়. ৱেডিঙত কান্দা কাটা এটা কইনাই কান্দি আছে, মোক এটা বিয়াবিলাকত এটা উস্তাদি মানুহ থাকে, চব জানে, চব কৰিব দিয়ে, চবকে অৰ্ডাৰ দি থাকে এনেকে এটা উস্তাদি মানুহ আছে, ফটো তোলা, মোক কৈছে, মই কইনা কান্দি আছে ৰ'ব সেইটো তোলা, মই কইনাৰ মুখত গৈছোঁ এনেকে, কইনাটো কান্দি আছে, মোৰ ওচৰত মোক তুলিব কৈছে, সেইকাৰণে তুলি আছোঁ.
Since we're on the topic of BI, and since we also run out on all the things that they have given us, when you get married, because I'm assuming you are going to get married, who are you employing Tetia? Your own team or somebody out of left field?
I always want to have Joseph Radik in my wedding.
Oh, bappa, oh.
Besi dam nahoy.
The besi dam nahoy, he's a good photographer.
Good photographer, yes. Both of us 20 lakh, 30 lakh nahi. He charges very good amount. Mane bhale amount loy. It's like 1.8.
Who says you don't plan, yeah?
I don't plan, just random thoughts.
No, you have thought about this.
Yes, I have thought about this. Yes.
Because so good gom paiso boy. Belek plan no koro, mur biya tu moi etia plan kori asu.
Yes, Joseph Radik e biya shoot koribo. Pura full freedom, ji shoot kore, just photos dile hol. Mane
No, he's not from here, no. He'll get to know time.
Just yade wedding photography into enoka hoise like sobe rati pora sobe shoot kori thake, sadho shoot kore biyat. Like I don't get the point of mane sob bostu capture koribo lage. I understand family ko lage kisuman
documentation and the look documentation is different, a lookbook is different. There are two different mane approaches to it. Yeah.
Aru Guwahatit soboke cinematic video lage biyat. Cinematic.
I will not even my video bahut beya, but then I get what you're trying to say. Yeah,
they need cinematic, nothing else.
That's
cinematic
gimbal, right?
Yes, biyat gimbal I don't understand the thing. Mane eta duta shot of of course I understand.
Oh my god, this is biyatu eneke gimbal boria lagise.
I'm not renting mane in general ko sharo mane mur nijor tv o kitaba kira eneke lai mane client e hode gimbal code etu gimbal logai gudi thak.
It looks professional, like the optics behind it basically.
Just
you have to look a certain way. Yeah.
Light side মই লৈ যাওঁ, অন নকৰো, অফে থাকে. মোৰ এবাৰ ক্লায়েন্ট
দেখাব লাগে
the light আছে মোৰ, মই I am also a videographer. So like বিয়াৰ মেইন যোনবিলাক ভিডিঅ' থাকে এইবিলাক মই লওঁ, মই GoPro লওঁ আৰু মোৰ হেৰিত হেণ্ডেল লওঁ. It's very raw and হেৰি, সেইটো বেছি ভাল লাগে. But I don't understand the cinematic view part.
তুমি A75 to কিনা পাইছা যোনটো তুমি মানে in body simulation পাবা নহয়, you will be very weirded out because your hand will be here, your face is still there, and you'll be like এনেকা থাকিব লাগিব তুমি বহুত দেৰি লাগে.
অকণ এতিয়াও নিকনত হয়ও, এতিয়াও অকণমান বেছি নহয় নিকনত, সেইটো চাগে আৰু হ'ব এনেকে.
Yeah, for sure. When I switched to Sony, it was a very big change for me because I went from no stabilization to full stabilization. What is happening? Why is it not why is it not moving? But yeah, I think this is a very productive conversation. Yeah, I just realized that we need to do something else together.
For sure.
Yeah.
Bali Sorot. We'll throw
a car in there. We'll throw Rebecca in the car because no guinea pig tie hoy khoday last jai
yes, a very good friend.
Very good guinea pig.
Friend since last many years. 12 years. Kuno friend nahi model nahi Rebecca phone kore khodo. Cute.
But yeah, it was very nice, mane very interesting to know the Guwahati side of things because khub kam korisu moi ate, but then I now have a very newfound mane sense of thoughts to go back to, because again মই ভাবিব লাগিব তো এইবিলাক বস্তু have to ruminate about these things, but yeah,
but the main key points is Guwahati industry to bhal কৰিব লাগিব photography
definitely have to make a
community হলে আকৌ তাৰে পলিটিক্সও সোমাই যাব কোনে কাকো হেল I don't believe in that community কাৰণ ফুটবল কমিউনিকেশ্যন থাকি মই গম পাইছোঁ চবে কাবাক বেয়া পায় কিবা কি তাতো নেপোলিজম চলি থাকে
no community sense মানে we should know more about each other, more about each other's work, and we should be able to like মানে reach out and talk to each other, because I don't see that happening a lot of times.
তেনেকুৱা নাই আগতে if you remember Rebecca remembers 17 I used to organize photo walks.
I've never been on a photo walk. This is not in Guwahati.
মই 3টা নে 4টা অৰ্গেনাইজ কৰিছোঁ এতিয়ালৈ 2020 আগতে তেতিয়া অলমষ্ট 50-40 ফটোগ্ৰাফাৰ শ্ব'ড আপ
পাপা ঐ
ইমান ফটোগ্ৰাফাৰ আছে তাতে তেতিয়াতো মোৰ D3400 বাকী ফটোবিলাকে 72 এনেকৈ লৈ লৈ মইতো ভয় গৈছিলোঁ এইবিলাক কি ফটো গেং আহি আছে দাড়ি চাৰি এনেকৈ ফটো ডাঙৰ ডাঙৰ কেমেৰা চেমেৰা উঠাই লৈ এনে চ' দেন সেইটো মই আগতে কৰিছিলোঁ এতিয়া আৰু কৰিব লাগিব ইটছ বিন 5 years মই একো কৰা নাই অৰ্গেনাইজ বিন অন
একেলগে কৰোঁ ব'লা after this এই summerটোত কিবা কিবি কৰি থাকোঁ July exactly এই summerটো let's do it in July.
Let's Guwahati?
Yeah, definitely.
Done.
I'm in Guwahati only.
Let's organize a photo walk.
Yeah, done. It was
entry fee is 100k. Entry fee is 100k. We have to even distribute the prize now.
Yeah. I love the Biko.
I'll tell you Biko mane kenege. So just starting asile moi mur paisa nasile tita photography paisa ahao nasile ha ki koru paisa lage muk more photography walk start korilo.
Oh acha. Oh yeah. But then exactly if you're giving them something in return, then definitely it can be a big thing.
100 rupees ke 50 ta pra 5000 kiman hol 5000 hol 5000 hol 2000 ni kiba bostu ore baki 3000 mur tat.
Yeah, like
I know how to get money, how to crack money.
Yeah.
Zuri na thake I can get it.
Yeah.
Like
have to learn that. It's been some time.
Photography kori how you can do that. Just photography koru mane অকল ফটো তুলি কোনোবাই কাম দিব ৰখি নহয়
নাই
ফাইণ্ড নিজে হাসল কৰিব লাগিব ফটোগ্ৰাফি কৰো কি কৰিব পাৰি
the entrepreneurial mindset the sigma male mindset etu
so that's the only thing
ঠিক আছে I think
we're out of topics no?
Yeah, we're out of topics. If you guys have any more extra topics for us to talk about, very interesting conversation. Yeah.
Collaboration no collaborations.
No collaborations really. Should we just wrap it up?
Yes, let's wrap it up.
Thank you Art Love for having us. Leen is here. My name is Anubhav. We are on Voice Your Voice episode what?
5 niki
5 6
5 second 5
here this will be a jump cut. Whatever episode this is, it's an episode and we're signing off.
Thank you. Bye. Me first time look at the camera. Polish. Cut. Oh, record button tipisila na?